Good evening, dear listeners and viewers, and welcome to Yahweh Culture of Life Radio, where we seek to showcase the Igbo nation and her pride of place in God's creation. My name is Emma Okala Okere, the voice of thunder, your anchor on the program. Right in the studio this afternoon with none other than Academician Prince Dr. Philip Njemanze, our teacher on the beat and the man on the hot seats. Together we welcome you to the program, as today we will be discussing the Temple of Solomon and the Wailing. So we're taking the show up the ground immediately without wasting so much of your time. Now, Doctor, I have actually been following the social media WhatsApp platform, Yahweh Culture of Life, and one of the heated topics there has been on the exact location of the Temple of the Temple of Solomon in Igbo land. I have here with me your book on the Temple of Solomon and the Temple of Solomon and the Wailing Wall. So I think it's up to you now. Please show us where exactly is this particular temple situated in Igbo.
Oh, thank you very much, and welcome all our listeners who are listening across the world on Facebook, YouTube, X, and those on Instagram and TikTok. So wherever you are, welcome to this great episode of our program, and those who are within the WhatsApp discussion group, welcome to all of you. Yes, this is one thing that has been the center of, I would say, international fraud for a very long time. Where is the Temple of Solomon? You will see a lot of maps and places designated somewhere in the Middle East, in Old Jerusalem. There's this temple or the Wailing Wall. That is all falsehood. And every scholar, every scientific scholar who has looked at the data has come out that this is total falsehood. Now, where is the real temple? There is one existing map which is held in all the major secret archives, and then of course there are copies of it at the king of Dahomey, now presently called Benin Republic, but in the ancient times was even in recent past was about 70s was Dahomey. This map reveals the exact location of the Temple of Solomon because it was the city map of Jerusalem, here in Owerri. So in this book, I unveiled for the very first time in printed literature what has been held in the secret archives in the Western world. They know of the existence of this map, but they have held it in secret. They never display it. So I have a copy of it. The map is in Yoruba, and because just like any big city, and because it was a very important city, there were maps, city maps in ancient times. This is not too long ago. This is about 2,000 years ago. But this map is.
If you say 2,000 years ago, it's not too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago, because many cities existed, including Owerri, and the people were quite modern in many ways. Not what you hear when you listen and look at the popular Western literature. So this map, as I'm holding up this map now, this is the exact. Yes, this is the exact map of the city of Jerusalem. As I said, this was the city map which the wise men came with. They used it to locate the places of visit.
The three wise men.
The three wise men.
That came at the birth of
Jesus Christ. And this was the section that shows very clearly an area that starts from, Owerri today. It starts from the International Convention Center, which is just by Way House on the Bank Road. And it starts from there and keeps on going. There is a 200-meter corridor, which is called the Portico of Solomon. And then it gets down to the area which is close to the cathedral today, Assumpta Cathedral. But the only difference in this map, you see the scale shows you that the actual building is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. That means it's more than just about 10 times what it is today. So it was the biggest building in the world, here in the world. Though people call it Temple of Solomon, that's not very correct. That's not what was meant in Igbo. The correct thing is Isi Ulo Oma Enu. Isi Ulo Oma Enu. The consonants are exactly the same with Solomon. SLMN. So the translators didn't know this. So they called it Temple of Solomon as if it's just because Solomon finished it. No. It is actually, there was an older temple which is right in the middle, smaller area, that was already there, built by his father, Diwu Edo. Solomon means Isi Elo Amana. Isi Elo Amana, the head that thinks wisely for the land. So it has the same consonants as Isi Ulo Oma Enu. So this small part is in the area we presently call Obiro Denibu. Was built by his father during the time of the reign of his father, Diwu Edo.
That's King David.
King David. So, and Owerri people call this part that's around this Obiro Denibo, this part, they call it Oma Okpu. Oma Okpu. Oma Okpu in Igbo means the ancient temple. Sometimes they mispronounce it and say it's Omapu. No, it's Oma Okpu. That is the ancient temple. So this you will see that the temple was so big that the river Nwaorie, the river of the Son of Almighty God, passes under the entrance of the cathedral. That is at that time the Temple of Solomon. Passes from underneath it and flows underneath it. That will tell you how big that was. The designations of this map are identical with the street structure of Owerri to this day. If you look very carefully, just on the other end of the map, you will see a large area. This is the palace area of King David. Diwu Edo. This palace area of King David. This whole perimeter today is called Orupu Njemanze. Ori ukpu neje na manieze. Ori ukpu neje na manieze. That means it is sacred, the homestead of those who go to become kings of the indigenous people. That is the perimeter of the area for the palace of King David. Now, if you look forward, you will see there's a road traversing it. That's what we call today the Bank Road, and from the Bank Road you get into going to Okigwe Road. That area
is called the area of the courts today. So you have in Owerri, we call it Ntu, but the correct thing is Ntu Iwu, where they make laws. Is still designated that way, even in this Yoruba map, Yoruba labeled map. So these are the area of the court, and the office of Caiaphas was within this area. The chief priests, because they ran courts of their own, we are not living in the perimeter of the temple as it is today when the bishop lives at the cathedral. No, the chief priests lived in the area of the perimeter of the courts. And right here is actually Pilate's office. But the Pilate's office is this Pontius Pilate is designated here. Now you ask yourself, okay, what is Yoruba doing with Caiaphas, Pontius Pilate? And these are original designations, the way they are. So, and then this at the end is the Widra Road, and you will see on the original map they mark it going to Bethlehem. It's actually labeled that way. Ebu eto ihu ele ihu oma, where they carried and praised God and looked at the divine light at the temple. So you could see that the whole areas we know today are all on this map. They still exist about the same place. What we did was to take a satellite image of the streets of Owerri and overlay it 1-to-1 to the place, and we got exactly all the streets at their locations today. Most